We'll just jump right into this real quickly. And this week, I would like to begin here with the issues around Yuletide season celebrations as residents and drivers lamenting the high cost of transportation. This is as detailed in a report compiled by Marian Unyebule, Afia TV's correspondent in Nowhere. She took out the time to share with us the feel and the pulse of people in Imo State. Let's look at this real quickly.
The transportation sector in Imo State has also become hit by the current inflation in the country. Public buses, taxis, and private hire vehicles have all increased their prices. In an assessment, it was discovered that this increment is because of rising fuel costs, multiple taxation of public transporters, and vehicle maintenance fees. Felix, a driver who flies from Owerri to Maya, confirms that the inflation of transport costs has nothing to do with the festive period.
We never add any kobo on it. So anybody that's saying maybe we add because of Christmas, we are not even seeing the Christmas. Because that, as you can see, that this place is so dry. Look at all the old buses that keep parking here. 6 months I came back from Aba, I'm still standing here. There's no passenger. Because there's no money in let me just say the state or the country, I don't know. So anybody is saying because of Christmas or whatever.
A shuttle bus ride from Owerri to places like Mbise, Ikeduru, and Naked and New Road used to cost as low as 300 or 400 naira. Now drivers charge 1,500, 1,200, and 500 naira respectively to go to these areas. For many residents, transportation is an essential part of daily life, and these increases are having a significant impact on their budgets. Commuters, especially those relying on public transport for their daily activities, are feeling the pinch. Some women who sell goods at a local store share their ordeal.
Before. But because of the transportation, and I am gone. Na me ma was a mere we be rakwan or the panocon. We are just managing ourselves.
Boare 100 naira from over to Mbise. Give question and Mbise, give a low bow money. From over 100 from my forward to my place, 200 naira. But as it stands now, from my forward to my place is 1,000 naira. Then from over to my place is 2,000 naira. Again, the transport is very costly, so I can't travel.
Chibike, another resident who hails from Ebonyi State, says he will not travel home for Christmas due to the high cost of transportation.
This time around, our president, Obalaga, honestly speaking, so I need to wait to go play this time around. Before every 29 December, I'm alive with my family. Actually, almost 6, 3 boys, 3 girls.
His case is the reality of others.
Local con. Okay, DJ Gahan on Lola, Habia December, Hedge Chamona, and you on the poor woman, Omanya Gaha, Obarura, and Lord. Oh, come on, I hide the by you. Let your Conega landlord next year.
With the Yuletide drawing closer, the people of Owerri are left hoping for some relief, whether through government intervention or a decrease in fuel prices, so they can experience a more affordable and stress-free Christmas. In Owerri, Marian Unyebule reporting for Afia TV.
Thank you, Marian, for that update. And real quickly, just so you know, one of the key things that was mentioned in that report was that hopefully there'll be a reduction in the price of PMS, pump price, as it were. And today, quite recently today, we found out that it was in the news that, the IPMAN, Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria, reportedly say that pump price would reduce to a little above 930 naira for a litre of petrol, starting today. So hopefully that will impact the prices, but then all of that conversation we'll be having later in the course of the week. And moving on away from that to other issues, and another story, if you may, that I would like to look at this week will pretty much have to do with maybe give you an explainer, on the Geographic Information System launch, its impact on real estate business in Enugu State. Recall that some time ago, the Enugu State Governor Dr. Peter Ndubisi launched the Enugu State Geographic Information System to modernize land administration management in the state. And this initiative aims, as it were, to address such issues as land grabbing, double allocations, and revenue diversion. Our correspondent, President of Chidima Matu, was there and took out the time to file in this report. Let's take a look at it.
Sequel to his pronouncement during the town hall meeting last weekend to establish a system that would effectively ease land management and administration in Enugu State, Governor Peter Mba has launched the Enugu State Geographic Information System, ENGIS, which he said is crucial for economic development, attracting visitors to the state and allowing citizens to apply online and get their land titles within 48 hours.
The core indicators of the ease of doing business. You notice that two items there are related to land administration, management, and processes. So if you look at things like ease of obtaining your title, you know that is a core part of that indicator. If you look at also the ease of obtaining your construction permit, it's also another item on the ease of doing business. You're also now able to, at the comfort of your home, apply and conduct your searches, and you get the results almost immediately. So you can imagine the bundles of documents we had to digitize. We had to convert from their manual status to the digital, upload them to the digital platform. Imagine the survey, going back early 20th century. So this is a very old city with long history of several administrative hubs, because for you to have a full functional NG system, you must have your past records all uploaded into a digital platform. And we now have a line of sight of all the lands in our state. And what this has also done is that you are now able to monetize even your rural land. So you can basically come forward, that mansion you have in your village that has no maybe commercial or business value. With NGs today, you can actually approach NGs and obtain your title document for even the lands you have, the buildings you have in your various communities. It is also going to create transparency in our land management and administration. So all the era of opacity in our land transaction is also gone.
The Enugu State Commissioner for Lands, Barrister Chimobu Korea, alongside other key players, expressed their support, noting that ENGIS would increase the revenue of the state. They further commended the governor for digital transformation in his administration.
It is not just an inventory, but a real-time platform for users to conduct transactions like searches, applications, certifications, and geolocational activities of our security systems for agriculture, water supply, town planning, to mention a few. In line with His Excellency's commitment to the tripod of transparency, traceability, and accountability, this tool will block inefficiencies in our legacy revenue assurance and revenue profile in land processes.
When this NG's law was brought to the House of Assembly, it was still a bill, and we were doing our job. We called for public hearing. The people of Enugu came en masse, The professional bodies came, made inputs. It was well debated. It was well debated. All the dots were looked at, all the T's were crossed, and at the end of the day, we brought the document to you, and you graciously made it a law by appending your signature. Today is remarkable because we have been in the business of making laws, but the political will to implement those laws have always been what we lack.
And this will be the first of its type in Nigeria. This will be the first list, having worked in 3 other states on geographic information system in Nigeria. I can say this is the first of its type, where you do applications online we don't need to see you. You make your applications and receive your acknowledgement in your bedroom. This is something remarkable. By implementing this cutting-edge technology, you are not only modernizing land administration, but also creating an enabling environment for investment, job creation, and urban planning.
The highlight was the commissioning of the Engis building.
With immense joy and pride that I formally commissioned the Enugu State Geographical Information System for the benefit of Ndi Enugu and humanity at large, and to the glory of God.
In Enugu, Chidinma Madu for Afia TV.
Well, so you know more about this, but then again, we're going to be looking at this particular story in more detail, narrowing it down to the business of real estate in Enugu State and all the attending issues that, will pretty much crop up from this development and how it intends to handle those issues. You're still watching this in Business Report live from Enugu State, Nigeria. Kindly join in on the conversation and watching live right now as it were on our dedicated Afia Business YouTube channel. Kindly type in the search bar www.youtube.com/Afia Business, and while you're there, do hit the like button. Remember, you should subscribe as well so you get notifications on all business related content coming to you from Afia TV. And just so you know, the Eastern Business Report continues in a beat with other stories that I intend looking at in the course of the week. Please stay. You're welcome back to the Eastern Business Report right here on the Afia Business Morning, and you're watching us live from Enugu State, Nigeria. I am Ubong Kings. And just before the break, I was sharing with you possible conversations I would be getting involved in the course of the week. I highlighted issues around the Yuletide season celebrations as residents and drivers lament the high cost of transportation, as detailed in a report compiled by Marian Onyebule, Afia TV correspondent in Owerri. And of course, we also took out the time to look at other issues. The other issue which I did look at touched on the issue of the GIS system that, of course, the state government is bringing to bear, or has brought to bear, the launch of the information system that the government has brought to bear. And we're going to be looking at it in the light of the impact it would have on real estate business in Enugu State. And, well, moving on from that, I'm going to be looking also at the Port Harcourt refinery drama. You know, we've been following up with this Port Harcourt refinery for a while now, and yes, indeed, at the time where they said it had started production, we were following up with the story, but right now, again, after all of that drama, we're interested to know that the Port Harcourt refinery has shut down again. Yeah, it was reported that the Port Harcourt refining company has stopped operating just weeks after it appeared to restart production. It was reported in The Punch during his recent visit to the refinery as at the 19th of December 2024, showing that the facility was no longer producing PMS. The refinery, by the way, stopped distributing gasoline on December the 13th. Now, when visited the facility's 18 arm loading area where trucks normally fill up with petrol, it was empty. While 18 trucks were parked along the main road to the refinery and 9 more were in the parking area, none were being loaded. Now, the usually busy depot was quiet, with almost no people or vehicles involved in operations. As at November 26, 2024, Mele Kyari, who leads the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, reopened the refinery with much celebration. The facility was supposed to produce 60,000 barrels of oil per day after receiving $1.5 billion in March 2021 for repairs. But as it stands, it appears that the Port Harcourt refinery has shut down again. Let's take out this report as put together by Arise News when it was said that the refinery had come back to operation.
The Port Harcourt refinery was last in operation in 2019, and since then there have been several efforts to revive the facility with little success. This led the federal government exporting crude oil meant for refining, grossly affecting the fuel supply in the country, foreign exchange and price stability. In 2021, the Federal Executive Council approved a $1.5 billion contract, that is about 600 billion naira, for the rehabilitation of the refinery at a meeting presided over by the then President Muhammadu Buhari. After several failed deadlines, the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited in December 2023 announced the mechanical completion of the refinery. The company says the final commencement of crude oil refining and truck out of petroleum products from the refinery marks a milestone for Nigeria. And the Group Chief Executive Officer of NNPCL took officials and journalists around the revamped facility.
Now with the Dangote refinery on stream, Port Harcourt refinery on stream, and we're hoping that Warri comes up and Kaduna and will be net exporter of petroleum products rather than being a net importer.
Country for giving us the opportunity to serve and to see that energy security can be in control of the hands of our countrymen as we continue to grow our capacity in this location and outside.
Truck loading also commenced with several trucks seen standing by.
To be able to start loading our trucks here in Port Harcourt. As you know, one of the key things that we do as NRL is ensuring supply security for the country. And I think it's great to have yet another location where we can load our products day in, day out to service all Nigerians via our retail sites or via our partners in all the different associations.
I'm very happy that it's working, because for we to live here and go to Lagos and load to come back is a very stressful thing to us. So we are very happy that it's working now.
You know, the capacity of this depot to contribute so immensely to the economic development and sustainability of this country and the community in particular. You can see the community has been here. They've been very peaceful because they've been waiting for this all along. So we're very happy that loading is commencing today.
When asked the reasons for the delay in the restart of the refinery, the Executive Vice President Downstream blamed it on unforeseen circumstances, as several repairs of the machines were previously not yielding the desired results.
It's a mechanical environment. It's engineering, and it has to be from one milestone to the other. It's not something that you just jump to it, as it were. So we need to ensure that we did all the necessary compliance in terms of the operation environment and ensure that we get the best resource. We don't need to repeat a mistake.
Located at Eleme in Port Harcourt, the refinery complex comprises 2 operational units established in 1965 and 1989, and with a combined installed capacity of 210,000 barrels per day. The older plant has a capacity of 60,000 barrels per stream day, while the newer plant has 150,000 barrels per capacity.
Oh, well, it may interest you to know, as I try to wrap this up, 3 weeks ago, the loading area of the refinery, I'm talking about the Port Harcourt refinery, was found empty. The Petroleum Products Retail Outlets Owners Association of Nigeria explained this was due to equipment calibration and the removal of water from old fuel supplies. Take note of that. Operations improved slightly after, with about 11 trucks receiving fuel in one day and even more the next. However, all production stopped about a week ago. However, currently, only a few truck drivers remain at the facility, mostly sleeping in their vehicles. It was reported on the Punch that the driver said he heard loading might restart today, being Monday, but he said he seemed doubtful. He was doubtful about this information. The facility is now mainly occupied by security guards in black trousers and blue shirts who stand watch at the depot entrance, loading area, and inside the facility. Anyway, we'll be taking a look at this conversation a lot further in the course of the week on the Eastern Business Report. And on that note, I dare say that this will be the size of the package today on the Eastern Business Report. You're still watching the Afia Business Morning live from Enugu State, Nigeria. And you may kindly join in on the conversation and watch us live on our dedicated Afia Business YouTube channel. Go to www.youtube.com/Afia Business, and while you're there, do what to hit the like button. Remember, you could and should subscribe so you get notifications on all business-related content coming to you from Afia TV. Coming up next is Afia. My name is Ubong Kings. Stay tuned.
What are your thoughts on the spate of sex for grades in Nigerian universities?
This very issue of women's salary should be criminalized.
How can they amplify their voices?
People don't have evidence.
You want to get to know about it? Have to stay tuned right here on Afia Morning Show to get the pulse and the feel of that.
Join us on Gyno Plus every Wednesday at 6 p.m. right here on Afia TV, DSTV channel 254 and GoTV channel 17, where we will delve into health issues affecting girls and women in society.
Breastfeeding doesn't even cause breast life. The frequency of breastfeeding means the
approach you take to make sure that your well-being is maintained.
welcome to the latest and most amazing show on here. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Lunch Break.
You don't sing along.
I did sing, for real.
You're not a backup singer.
That's what they do.
It's a brand new week and another opportunity for us to gist and me to tell you, bring all the spice, all the things that are hot, trending and exclusive on social media. Sometimes I know there's constructive criticism. I know that you know how to quote it. So for the people that don't understand, I want to be like, oh, why are you doing this?
Please, I'm not a cross-dresser. I'm only doing this because of the money on Facebook.
There are some people you need to just tell the truth brutally. Let it hurt them. Give it hot.
Afia TV official, exclusive every weekday on.
Hello. Welcome to the Afia podcast. On the Afia podcast, we look at the Igbo businessman. We look at what he's getting right, what he's getting wrong, and we look at how to help the Igbo businessman. Today we have someone very interesting. We have with us Hilda. Welcome to the Afia podcast.
Thank you very much.
Hilda, tell us a little about yourself. What do you do?
First of all, my name is Hilda Amici.
Hilda Amici?
Yes.
This is what they want for? No.
I'm from Imo State, Mbano.
Okay.
Isiala Mbano, precisely.
Okay. I've never been there, but yeah.
Yeah. I deal with materials, like what you're wearing, ankaras.
Do you want to compliment what I'm wearing? Go ahead.
It's nice. It's nice.
Thank you.
Yeah, African print, so it's good.
Where do you sell these African prints?
New Haven Market.
New Haven Market.
Yes.
You know, it's not every day that we see someone this young and this beautiful, you know, that is into business.
Yeah.
What's the story behind it?
Well, it's something I took up from my mom.
Okay.
At a young age, she started business. She started dealing with bags, undies, clothes, any kind, because just to feed us and everything.
Yeah.
So we came into Enugu about 6 years ago, and she decided to go into business, and then we got a
She
shop.
was doing it with your father?
Different kind of business, but like still that. So we came into Enugu 6 years ago, and she started to go into business. We started with clothes, just normal trousers and shirts and caps and just different things. And then all of a sudden, she just said that she wanted to do what they call it, materials.
Fabrics.
Yes, fabrics, because she felt maybe that's what would enter people's eye in Enugu here. So, and that's how we started. From materials to lace to every other.
Growing up, you were involved in your mother's business, either one or the other, or did she shield you from her businesses, or did you?
No, at all. My mom always wanted us to have this, inside life kind of thing. Like, she wanted us to have.
What do you mean inside life?
Like, she wanted us to have an idea of everything.
Okay.
She gets. So whether it's business or you want to work in a corporate firm or anything, so she didn't shield us from that at all. Where anyhow, even if it's just to go and collect money from the customer or something,
So after school, you come down to the shop.
Yes, and help out.
Was that in Enugu or where?
No, we grew up in Lagos, so it was just in Lagos, and then we had this building, and in front of it had like a small kiosk. So that was basically where she started from. Yeah.
A small kiosk.
Yes.
Selling clothes.
Bags, actually.
When people think of small kiosks, they think of biscuits.
Yes, it's that kind of kiosk you're thinking of. Yes, yes, that's how she started. Yes.
You must have been very. Were there other people doing that around, or?
No, the little I can remember, there wasn't. It was just her that was, and she was booming. Actually, the business was good because she has a very. My grandparents were into that Like they were said all kinds of things. They sold pure water, they sold everything. So she had that
Igbo.
Exactly.
Anywhere you go.
Anywhere. Right. So anything.
Interesting.
So it was we were brought up in that business sense, kind of.
You know, a lot of people think that when you involve your children in business, or you will buy your hand at school and all of that. Did that affect you?
No, we didn't, because